You know that feeling, right? That controlled chaos just moments before an event's doors open. But what happens when that chaos just isn't controlled? Today, we're going to dive deep into a problem that is way too common: event day layout confusion. And more importantly, we're going to talk about how to solve it for good. So first, let's just paint a picture here. Event day setup. It's a high-stakes world. Every single minute counts, the pressure is through the roof. But honestly, so much of that stress doesn't even come from the work itself. It comes from total confusion that was, completely avoidable. I bet this scene looks pretty familiar. You walk onto the site, you see the teams getting to work, but the energy just feels tense. You see people pointing at blueprints, shaking their heads. Have you ever had that sinking feeling in your stomach on event day? That feeling where you just know something is wrong before you can even figure out what it is? And here's exactly why that feeling happens. You look over, and the decor team is setting up tables based on one floor plan. But wait a second. The venue staff, they're arranging chairs from a totally different one. And then, over in the corner, the AV team is positioning screens based on a diagram that's like weeks out of date. It's an absolute logistical nightmare just waiting to happen. And the fallout? Oh, it's immediate, and it is painful. Suddenly, everything has to be moved. All that precious setup time just evaporates. Labor costs start ticking up. And the worst part of all, the client, who's already a little on edge, they see the confusion. And you can just watch their confidence start to crumble. Now, here's what's so important to understand about this. It's really tempting to blame people, right? To say they didn't communicate. But the real issue here is the system. The problem isn't that people are incompetent, it's a failure in the process that allows multiple conflicting versions of the truth to all exist at the exact same time. Okay, so how in the world do we get into this mess in the first place? Let's trace this problem all the way back to its source and really understand how these different versions even start to multiply. Well, the truth is, event layouts are living documents. I mean, they're supposed to change. It starts with an initial concept, then you get budget adjustments, the guest count changes, the client shifts their preferences, a supplier has some input. Every single one of these revisions is a totally necessary part of planning. So change itself is not the enemy here. And this right here gets to the absolute heart of the matter. The problem is the lack of something called version control. Now, in the tech world, this is a super strict discipline for managing changes. But in the events industry, it's often completely informal, just relying on somebody's memory or goodwill, and we all know how that can fail under pressure. And this is exactly how those old, outdated versions manage to stay alive. We email a PDF, but someone keeps the old one saved on their desktop. We drop it in a shared folder, but a supplier downloads it once and never thinks to check again. We send a quick update on WhatsApp that just gets buried in the chat history. Every single one of these methods creates a rogue, outdated copy of the layout. And this just perfectly illustrates the chaos, doesn't it? I mean, who here hasn't seen a folder that looks exactly like this? Which one is the actual final version? Is it final, or is it use this one? The second someone has to guess which file to use, you have already lost the battle. And a single layout error, well, it never just stays a single error. It creates a ripple effect, right? A cascade of problems that can throw off the entire event timeline and absolutely torpedo your team's morale. Just look at this breakdown. The biggest hit, yeah, it's on setup delays, no surprise. But look at the other impacts. A full quarter of the damage is to your team's dynamics. You get suppliers blaming each other. 20% is pure client stress. This isn't just some minor hiccup, it's a major weakness in your operation. This slide really just captures the two different worlds you can operate in. On the left, that's the world without version control. It's all blame, stress, delays, and pure chaos. But look at the right. With a proper system, you can literally transform that reality into collaboration, confidence, efficiency, and coordination. The difference is just night and day. Okay, so we've diagnosed the disease. Now, let's actually talk about the cure. Because the answer isn't just to work harder or yell louder on event day. The answer is a system. It's a system for sanity. And here are the 5 core principles of that system. Number 1, there is only one official live layout per event. That's it. 2, when you update it, the old one automatically gets replaced. 3, suppliers access it in real time, not from some copy they downloaded weeks ago. 4, everyone gets notified automatically when a change is made. And 5, you can actually track who has seen and confirmed the update. When you get right down to it, the entire goal can be boiled down to this one simple, non-negotiable rule. Everyone, the client, the venue, the caterer, the AV team, everyone is always looking at the exact same, most up-to-date version of the plan. No exceptions, period. And this brings us to a really, really important idea. Managing this process isn't just about logistics or shuffling files around. It is an act of leadership. It's about how you command your event and instill confidence in everyone, from your team to your client. I absolutely love this metaphor. An event team is just like an orchestra. You can have the most talented musicians in the entire world, but if they're all playing from different sheet music, what you get is just noise. It's not music. The layout, that is your sheet music, and when everyone has the same one, you get a beautiful symphony of execution. And that's the central takeaway right there. This phrase says it all. Taking control of your event layout isn't some small, boring administrative task. It is a fundamental demonstration of your professionalism and your ability to lead a complex project to success. And when you achieve this clarity, believe me, the results just speak for themselves. Setups run smoothly. Your suppliers trust the information you give them so they can work together with confidence. Those last-minute adjustments become super rare. Stress just plummets. And your client? They get to experience the seamless, professional execution that they paid for. So, I'll just leave you with this one question. Take an honest look at your process for sharing event layouts. Is it actually designed for clarity, or is it accidentally creating the perfect conditions for chaos? The answer to that question doesn't just determine how your setup day is going to go, it really defines your reputation as a professional. Thanks for tuning in.